Yeah, hi folks, welcome back. So here we are with the new problem in our SQL 50 series. So the problem is employee bonus. Okay, so it is also in the easy category. So let us read the problem. Okay, so we have been given with two tables, employee and bonus. Okay, so if we go through the schema, we have employee ID, name, supervisor, and salary. Okay, so name is the variable character, whereas every other column is of integer type. Okay. So as usual, employee ID is the column with the unique values for this table. Okay. Each row of this table indicates the name and ID of the employee in addition to their salary and the ID of their manager. Cool. So employee, these are all employee details, right? So he's having an ID with that is of unique key, and he's having the employee name, the supervisor. Supervisor generally means manager, right? And the salary. Okay. So and then there is one more table, which is a very small table, right? So it is having only two columns, that is employee ID and bonus. Both are of integer types. Okay. And employee ID is the column of unique values for this table. Cool. And employee ID is actually the foreign key, guys. You can see it is a foreign key, right? So yeah, employee ID is a foreign key, reference column to employee ID from the employee table. Okay. Each row of this table contains the ID of an employee and their respective bonus. Cool. So basically, this one was the employee and employee description, like his name, supervisor, and salary. And this is the another table, bonus, which will contain employee IDs and whoever got the bonus. Okay. So if you they're asking us to write the solution to report the name and bonus of each employee who satisfies the following conditions. So they have given two conditions. The employee has a bonus less than 1000. The employee did not get any bonus. Return the result table in any order. Cool. So you can see that we need to output the employees who satisfies either of this condition. Okay, either of the following conditions. So either means it both these conditions are, they will be having or, right? So or, right? So if the employee is having bonus of 1000, less than 1000, or if the employee is not getting any bonuses. Okay. So guys, this is pretty easy question right now, guys. So what you need to do, you need to do a left join, right? So you need to do a left join on employee ID on both these tables, and you need to just find out wherever the bonus is less than 1000, or else wherever the left join will also give you, I've said you many times in previous videos, right? The left join will also give you the unmatched rows from the all records from the left table. So wherever my right table values are null, so that means that records are not matched, and you have to find out those employees, and you have to give the name. Okay. So I'll, no worries if you have not understood, I will again show you while solving the problem. So this problem is pretty simple right now, guys. Like the previous two problems, they were not that easy. Okay. They were categorized as easy, but I believe like it is not easy. It is absolutely not easy. It is in between easy and medium, guys. Okay. So those two problems which were having self join, right? So it was not easy for a beginner. They were like slightly slightly nearer to the medium problems. Okay. It was between the easy and medium, and more slightly towards the medium. Okay. So this is actually very easy. This is actually easy problem. I can say it as a easy problem because you need to know, you do not have any aggregation functions and no self join. You have completely two different tables, right? So it is a very good problem. Okay, for joins, it is an easy problem. So if we go through the sample test case, so we have this sample table, both this employee and bonus. So if you go through this employee IDs, guys, in bonus table we are having only 2 and 4. Okay. So 2 and 4 have only got the bonus, and for 2 also you check the bonus, he is having less than 1000. Okay. So the conditions where the employee has bonus less than 1000 and the employee did not get any bonus, those two conditions satisfying records should we need to output. So absolutely 3 and 1 they didn't get any bonus. So these two will be on our output table, and also the bonus, the bonus for 2 is less than 1000, right? So he will be also on the output. So all the 1, 2 and 3 guys, that is Brad, John and Dan, will be on the output table. So you can see this. So we need to output the name and bonus. Okay, so as we need to use the left join, because we have to find the for all the employees who have not got bonus also, we have to find those records. That is why we need to use a left join, guys. So yes, so we'll be writing the code. So we'll be starting from the from, right? So from employee e left join bonus b, right? So on what condition? There is only one simple condition, right? There is only one key, that is employee ID. So e dot employee ID equals to b dot employee ID. Cool. We will just select this and we'll just go through the output. Right. So if I select this, yep, you can see that both these tables have been joined on employee ID, and you can see that 2 have got a bonus of 2000 and 4 with 2000. So both these tables have been joined, and these two guys, you can as usual see they were not given, but they were not matched because they have not been in the bonus table, right? 3 and 1. So that is why this is a left join, right? So that is why we have got the right table, for the right table columns we have got the null values. So we need to put the conditions now, right? We need to put the conditions. uh, Here actually what we can do is we can use a we can use a where, that once after we do a left join, we can use to filter these rows, right? We can use a where condition. So where my bonus, okay, bonus is coming from second table, right? So b dot bonus is less than or equals to 1000. So if it is 1000 or less than 1000, I need that. We need to output those guys. And sorry, or, right? Or if my b dot bonus is null. Okay, so these two things. So if I run this, yep, so we can see that we have got all the records. All right. So to Dan, he was having the bonus less than 500, and who have not got the bonus also, we have got them. Okay. Okay, so we have filtered the records, right? So now we need to just select only the name and bonus. Okay, name and bonus rows only. So if you see, name is coming from the employee table, right? So e dot name, and bonus is coming from the bonuses table, right? B dot bonus. All right. So if I run this, yep. So it has passed our sample test case. We will just submit it and see if it runs for the backend test cases. Okay, we got an error. All right, so let us take this, let us use this test case and let us check for what it is failing. So I've added that test case and I run on it. Let us see what we are getting. If you see here, oh my god, so here I'm not able to see that particular uh, test case. So here I'm not able to see that. So let me just go through the problem once again. Solution to report the name and bonus amount of each employee who satisfies either of the following. The employee has a bonus less than 1000, or the employee did not get any bonus. Okay. Okay, so for this what we can do is, for like this kind of stuffs, right? So for like this kind of stuff, guys, what I'm using is, I'm using this extra website, that is diff checker. So I'll just see what record has gone missing. Okay, so this is our output. So I'll just copy this output, right? And I'll just close this, I don't want it. And this is my Okay, this was my output, and the expected output is here, right? This is the expected output. I'll put it over here. Now we will find the difference. Yeah, here you can see that Silas Silas is saying that 1000. Okay, 1000 shouldn't be included. Okay, so yeah, so it should be less than 1000. Okay, less than 1000 means cool. So now it has passed both the test cases, and if I run it, yep, so it has passed. Cool. So like this, if we have a huge number of output, a huge number of output where we cannot see the difference, right? So it is best to use something diff checker tools like this. So I have used this thing. So if you come across anything like this, right? So which is having a huge number of output, huge number of data, right? And you can use kind of things. So basically in real world data engineering projects also they use Excel to compare, and because the data, right, we are not supposed to put that, I mean take out that data, and I mean we do not have, we'll be not having that accesses, we will not be having access to this kind of websites, guys. The company organizations, they usually blog these kind of websites because they don't want to expose their clients, and the internal data. So that is why they will be having internal stuffs. But if like mostly people will be working in Linux environments. So in Linux environment it is very, you will be having many powerful tools, guys. So there you can, instead of using this thing, you will be having powerful tools in Linux for diff checking. So they'll be using that. Okay, and sometimes if for non-programming guys, they will be using Excel sheets. Okay, so if we go and check for the other solutions, uh, you can see that same, right? So it is same. Okay, so it is of same type. So yeah, that's it from this problem, guys. Happy learning. I'll meet you in the next problem. Thank you.